Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big show.
Hey everybody, it's Brian with HappyThumbsGaming. Today we're checking out Level 4, Fort Refugio. Or as I like to say, Refugio, Refugio. Oh yeah, we're going to get the level trophy achievement, No Refuge. And we're going to pick up all the collectibles and objectives, as you can see on the right-hand side there. A couple of optionals, couple of collectible cards, and so on and so forth. So this is right off the bat. You start off when you run. We've got our handy little Doug with us again, but this time we're going to do things a little bit differently. He's going to go and clear out the left side of the map while I clear out the right. And he's only doing that so that this whole process is a little bit more sped up as far as clearing the pathway. So right off the bat, we see three guys off to our right-hand side. Obviously, there's a number of ways you can go about attacking this whole area, but we found this way to be a pretty effective way. And honestly, as far as what Doug's doing on the left, not really that important. I'm just kidding. What is important, though, is that guy that I just tagged right there. If you noticed, it actually said he's got something of importance. And as I go ahead and give that dude a mustache trim real quick before I take his dome off, I want to make note that, yeah, that dude is pretty important walking around the camp. He's tagged. He's going to give us the weapon upgrade part. All right, so showed you the map real quick, and right on that crate, right in front of the fireplace there's going to be the War Diary #1. And right off to the side, there is going to be a generator. You're going to want to kick that and make it malfunction so that you can use the backfiring sounds to mask your sniper shots. Now, there is an actual trophy achievement for remaining stealth throughout this whole level, and to be completely honest, I'm not sure which one of us did it, but we blew that, so we don't get that. But what we do is find this guy here. This is going to be the long shot of the level, and it's important that you do this sooner than later because Buddy disappears as soon as any signs of warfare break out. So go ahead and enter the sniper nest and mark off one, the first of three. And then go ahead and pop that dude right in the dome. Dome shots all day. All right, you might have noticed a little bit of an edit there. And now Doug's right here with us. And that's because he's going to give us a nice little tour around this campsite and show us where all the collectibles are. So first one is going to be Collectible Card #1. And you're going to run straight out from where the sniper nest was. And there will be a series of 4 tents. The back right one is actually going to have it. We're going to show you on the map right quick. Oh, yeah. Sneak on in there and grab that bad boy. Thank you, thank you. And right around the corner and up the hill and over the hills and through the woods. Actually, we're going to go and take out this guy here. It's important that you note this guy. If you somehow did not target him, just search all the bodies. You'll find it eventually. Or start over and look for the guy patrolling around the circle. And look at that. I even blasted him right as that truck went by. They didn't seem to care that their fellow buddy there is now dead. So the War Diary is right there, but we're also going to go ahead and grab the weapon part off this dead body. So if you need a quick peek at the map, you might rewind it back to the last War Diary quick link. And otherwise, let's move along, people. Speaking of quick links, I haven't mentioned yet that down in the video description, as always with our collectible videos, we have the quick links to get to each and every item. So hopefully you'll find those useful. And if you're only looking for the War Diary, skip through and go through those. Maybe you only need the optional objectives, go through those. Either way, do it to it. All right, over here on the left-hand side of the map, now keep in mind this is the area that Dougie went and cleared, so there's generally 3 or 4 people off to the right-hand side of this, right over where I'm looking at that campfire, so beware of that. It has been noted that you, if you're quiet, you can actually sneak up here and grab this without being noticed, but I recommend trying to get in there and taking them all out. A nice toss of a rock helps sometimes to distract them and break them up from being right on top of each other. Assuming you're trying to remain in stealth, that is. Otherwise, just blast away, peeps. All right, so the next item is going to be a collectible card, and it's right up around on this little tier here. There's a little, I don't know if I'd call it a bigger base camp up above, but it's definitely some more tentage. You can see we're kind of blocked by the optional objective compass on the left-hand side there, so make sure that you use that as a point of reference. It's actually right behind the big sniper tower, as I'm pointing out now. And I actually even go up, and I thought I might be able to disable the old spotlight from the back side, but it turns out there was no action button to do so. Oh, there was! What the heck? I was spamming X the whole time, but yet I just saw it say sabotage. Crazy. All right, so I learned something right there watching my own video. Look at that. That's weird, though. Doug and I don't like to, point out the bad things about games, especially games we're enjoying, which we are in this one. But there has been a little bit of a bug issue here and there, especially with collectible counting and things like that. So hopefully we don't run into that. But we've heard lots of stuff. Now, right behind us where we just were, up on this little rock, there is sniper nest number 2. Not really any importance here other than you just got to move the box and lay down right quick and get that counted. Speaking of which, optional objective number 1 is going to be down here. And like I said, you just got to take out the 2 towers. Got to take out the lights. Now, Doug and I were having a conversation. We were unsure because you couldn't shoot it from the back. We were unsure if the sniper rifle was just more powerful and was able to take it out. Maybe I should have just shot the sniper rifle. So I take a shot on the side. Turns out you can't. Got to hit the glass. Booyakashow. Disable both of those. Optional objective 1 complete. Next is going to be number 2. And not to be confused with the doo-doo 2. This is going to be, basically, there's a guy that you, or a little campfire here with a couple of guys in front of it. Once you take it out, the game actually says to you, oh, there's a little something there on that table. And at that point, you're going to want to walk up and grab it. We did not grab it at that point, so unfortunately, we don't have the talking part. But you can see right there, it even says, there's something interesting on the table as the optional objective. So we'll go ahead and pick that up. And that's basically part 1 of this objective. It, at that point, gives us the further information that Buddy's going to be rolling on a truck here pretty soon. We're going to have to stop him and his comrades, or whatever they is. And I guess comrades are Russian, eh? These are Germans. My bad. Got to get my facts straight. And basically, there's 2 trucks that go by here. It may have just been the timing because there's the one truck that kind of drives through town back and forth all the time. But you can see it's indicated. There's an icon coming at us. It's like 200 meters out. But I get spotted by this other truck and run like crazy. Now, Doug throws the old nade down there and gives the old booyakashow. Bam! Takes out most of the guys. One gets away. Unfortunately, I don't see him right here. So I turn with my grenades to go turf it at the truck coming at me. And I start getting blasted from behind. So Doug was a good co-op player and took out that guy for me while I turfed the nade. Unfortunately, I missed. I was a little short. And then they all scatter like a bunch of, I don't know, cockroaches when the lights come on, I guess. It's clearly indicated who you need to kill. It's not like you need to kill them all. In fact, in my case, it's the second guy I shoot. But over here on the side is labeled as the one that says assassinate. So bust him in the ocular cavity and maybe take out his buddy too. Check this out. Maybe I'm wrong, but I swear I just hit him with that first shot. Missed the second shot. Hit the third shot. Then hit the 4th shot. And I have to hit him with a 5th shot. Are you kidding me? Anyways. Doodle-doo-doo. All right, so moving along, War Diary number 4 is going to be next. So we've actually completed both of the optional objectives, which is nice. As we continue to move our way to the top of this hill, there is another campfire. And there's going to go ahead and be another War Diary sitting right there. Now, when you pulled up the map, you might have noticed that there was actually a sniper tower right south of us. So we're going to run right back down and go ahead and snag that. Our Doug didn't actually accommodate the most, I don't know, the shortest route. But it still works pretty nicely. So you're going to want to climb up there. There is a guy residing in that tower normally, so be careful when you get up on it. We are playing on the easy difficulty just to go ahead and get through this as quick as possible and show you where these guys are. And as a result, he was pretty naive. I walked right up to him, and it was funny because his character was actually looking at me, and as I moved left and right, he was looking at me, but there was no indication above of yellow or red or anything like that. So it was really weird. Another thing that was really weird. Did you notice the guy was dead in the back? Doug and I were wondering, was that guy just rolling around dead to begin with, or did he pop the driver and get the passenger in the back as well? He said he didn't notice on his screen whether or not it said double kill or anything, but still pretty cool. Looks like he fired 2 shots, killed the driver and the back passenger, and then the passenger up front got out and he drilled him too. Oh yeah, he's played this game a few times. Ask him, he'll tell you. Now, as we get all the way to the very tip top, it actually ducks us into this little room here, and it fades to black, and then we move on to the next area. So, as per usual, we have actually cleared out the area, and we have come back to reset. So, most of the guys are going to be taken out. You'll notice there is a guy up there, and As you might remember, it's usually because he is important to the weapon upgrade part. So he is going to patrol that upper left area as soon as you come out of that new, I don't know if I'd call it a loading area. But we're going to play with this a little bit. Notice in the binoculars, when you tag a guy who is carrying something, it actually tells you he's carrying something useful. So we do get spotted, and then I go ahead and drop him like he's hot. But I just wanted to kind of overemphasize that point because we kind of learned it at the end of level 3. And although I do talk about it in level 3, I wasn't really able to show it as nicely as I would have liked. So there you go. And we're going to search his body. And if you notice right in the background there, there's actually a war diary as well. So we're going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And go ahead and grab that too. And of course, this is Fort Refugio, Refugio. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. A reel-to-reel busting out. And look at that. We even got a little invitation. What's up, Olives is Scary? Little story on that guy. We were playing Battlefield. Dougie and I were about a week before Sniper Elite came out. And we got in the room with these guys. And this crew we were playing with was working together really well. And then we started talking. Like, they, like, switched from party chat to, like, room chat. And we started talking. And as soon as we started talking, they became dicks. They were, like, driving vehicles out of bounds and stuff on purpose. It was crazy. Killing us as much as they could. But, yeah. We're all the way up in one of the towers here. I know I've been flapping a little bit. But we're all the way up in the tower, as we just showed you in the map. Right there on the table is going to be another collectible card. And then we're going to sprint all the way across this courtyard here. And unfortunately, we can't run as fast as we would like for as long as we'd like. But I guess that's kind of realistic in a sense. And we're going to make our way up the stairs and into this right side building. And all the way in the right corner here as we show you. It's almost like making a U-turn into that biatch. Once you get in there, it's all the way in the far right corner, even further. So, further in that U-turn. All right, War Diary number 6 in the bag. Now the last one, last War Diary, that is. It's going to be up and around the corner. We got to go up across the hallway here and up the ladder. It's kind of a sneaky ladder as I dug on the way up. And there's the diary sitting right there on the chair. Pretty easy to miss considering the doorway out of here is on the left-hand side of the room, and your instinct is probably to go over there, but hopefully you caught that paperwork on the way out and snagged it up like we just did. Now you can make your way out and around. I guess I was wrong. It wasn't a doorway on the left. What am I talking about? I guess I was talking about the loopity-loop that you make. So we actually do a quick look right here just to make sure we got everything, because Doug was like, that's it. And I'm like, no way is that all the stuff. And he's like, yeah, man, it is. Sure enough, he was right. So I made a wrong turn, went up the ladder, and turns out we need to run back down and around. So, like I said, if you are here for collectibles or any of the items in this level, we have actually completed all of those. So now you're just hanging out with your wang out. I don't know, maybe you're not. Hopefully you're not naked. That would be awkward, because then we'd have something in common. Oh, all right, so we're making our way all the way back around, and for the record, I'm not really naked, and my wife is sitting behind me kind of giving me the stink eye like, what are you talking about? Now, up in here, we got to search this dude's body. This is actually part of the primary objective. You cannot advance without doing this, and there should have been some sort of a star icon indicating stuff. Doug said it was because I had the wrong objective highlighted, but I don't know how. That was the only objective available. I told him I don't know how I had the wrong one selected when that's the only one we had available. But anyhow, he guided me right to where I needed to go. I searched the body, and now we're rolling out. Not a whole lot left. We do actually kind of skip towards when we get to the end here, we skip almost that whole last scene. And it's because it was really glitchy on us. I know I said I don't like to downplay games that we're having fun with, but, you know, you gotta point it out when it's happening, and there was definitely some issues. Once we find this guy here in a minute, spoiler alert, you got to find the informant cell, which here he is. Once you find this guy, you got to help him get out. And in a minute here, we actually have to basically, from the sniper tower, shoot down and blast a bunch of guys. And I got to be honest, there was multiple times. There's like 3 different sections where he like runs out and then stops. And then you got to cover him, kill X amount of guys, and then he runs to the next spot, rinse and repeat. And we would kill all the guys, or so it would seem, but yet he wouldn't move. And he would just sit there, you know, like doing his little shimmy back and forth like he was just waiting. And so rather than make you guys watch all that, I don't see why there's any reason. I just went ahead and skipped kind of towards the end of it. So we do get to see a little taste of it. If for whatever reason you guys are having problems, be patient with it. Doug and I thought multiple times, yeah, check this skyrocket out. We thought multiple times that there was we were going to have to restart or do something because it was just glitched. There was no guys out there. One thing that we did kind of figure out, too, is that sometimes the guy's just hiding off in the corner. So throwing some sort of explosive or shooting like maybe an ammo crate or an explosive barrel might actually kind of spook him, and he might run out to somewhere where he would be a little bit more eligible for you to see him and shoot him. So that's really the only advice I can give you on that as we sprint our way back across right where we started from. Except for this time, we're going to duck into another little doorway. And then up another ladder. And basically, this takes us to where we need to go, our little nest up above. I got my rocket on my back. I'm sure that's not heavy or anything. Or awkwardly bouncing on my back. And there he is. He's all the way down on the bottom. Looks like he needs some back pain relief. And like I said, I skipped about 8 minutes of this stuff, and he's actually on his way out, and he will eventually make it all the way to that gate, but you just got to protect him and keep shooting everybody. So like I said, if you find yourself in a situation like Douglas and I where nobody is around but your guy is not moving, then booyakashow, no refuge trophy achievement for completing the level. Then just make sure that you use some sort of explosive or shoot something, which ironically, right as I was saying this, somebody launched like a mortar or something outside, like a firework, and it like banged really loud. So I know that's totally random and you guys couldn't hear it. Yeah, so we're watching all these cards stack up: sniper nests, collectible cards, long shots, weapon parts, and that's just making my XP keep on climbing. I ain't mad at that. We finally get to the total screen, and booyakashow, all check marks accounted for and all items in the bag. So oh yeah, hopefully you guys found this video helpful, maybe a tidbit entertaining as well. But that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for Sniper Elite 3 level 4. And in case you forgot what level it is, that's Fort Refugio. All right, well, thanks to Dougie again for his nice little GPS escort through the map. And like I said, if you want to talk about us or maybe thank Dougie for the escort, head on over to Facebook, Twitter, comment, vote, subscribe down below if you like what we're doing. And of course, as always, you know, we've got HappyThumbsGaming.com. We also have an Instagram, Twitch. We need to update this. I know I've said that in various videos, but we just have so much going on over here. I don't even have time to do this kind of stuff. So at some point, I'll get it updated with all the new stuff. And until then, look down below in the video description. All of those links should be readily available at the very bottom. So again, thanks for tuning in. That's it. So as always, until next time. Good job, Doug. See ya.